So let's see which side will have bragging rights. Team Envy has been doing pretty well with their new tank line. Numlock can be inconsistent. Happy cool, a little bit more consistent, but if there's a weakness on this team, it's the fact that they just don't have as much time together as Atlanta Academy do. And Atlanta Academy running something that we haven't seen all day so far, and that's Sombra.
That is Sombra. Sugar Free still on the Reaper, but Atlanta Academy playing kind of a grab bag of heroes here. Gator and Hawk on the Hammond and Diva respectively. Team Envy are going to take up shop on this point. First thing, they got that static shielding, they can threaten that hook, but Atlanta Academy honestly don't seem to really care. Their play is to pick everybody off piecemeal, go on these flanks, and together with the Sombra, between the Sombra, the Hammond, and the Reaper, pincer Team Envy.
Sharp has shown himself to be very good at hit skin. I love it when he's playing Tracer as well. This time he's going to be on that Widowmaker, and Kodak doing what Kodak does is get coalesced before anyone else gets an ultimate. This tends to push a lot of teams off the point and able to get them some initial picks. The Crimso going to use the Transcendence to counter. Jaru going to find the Wrecking Ball. Gator unable to use the Proximity Mines in time. Funny as even though he gets the pick, Team Envy still in control. And now that Jaru and Sharp find these picks, they're going to keep their ultimates and they're going to keep the point.
This is going to have the opportunity for a res. Fire brings Numlock back, so Atlanta Academy can't get cheeky and try and push their advantage while Envy are missing their main tank. Atlanta Academy really gambling here right now. They had a golden season, did not drop even a map through all of the regular season of contenders, but now in playoffs, it looks like they try to shake things up, and it has not been working quite as well. Sugar Free on this Tracer is going to synergize much more easily with Saucy and Hawk, but so far, Team Envy's snipers have had the hot hand. They're really playing kind of the pincushion composition. Stand there, be pointy.
Team Envy running double sniper is very common on this map, particularly here on the Sanctuary. Atlanta Academy are dealing with this double sniper. Usually you see double sniper versus double sniper because how do you deal with long distance damage? By having it yourself, and then it just duels between those snipers. But now that the EMP comes through, Numlock, Tactical, and Jaru are all going to be victimized by getting hacked, and they're putting everything into that EMP. Saucy took a while to get to it, so it's still not a done deal for Atlanta Academy. As Sugar Free does fall, Atlanta Academy have an ultimate advantage for the time being, but Team Envy are going to be able to stall this out a little while longer. Hawk has the self-destruct as well, as Team Envy are going to give up the point anyway as they enter one fight territory, but this pick onto Funny Astro is going to make things really complicated for Atlanta Academy, especially now that both supports are gone. Sharp with 2 headshots, making sure that Team Envy have an opportunity to win in this match outright at 86% after the flip.
Talk about DPS meta. Team Envy right now proving why it is never over. Both Jaru and Sharp with a couple of blows cutting Atlanta Academy's forces in half. There is a bomb coming out. It actually catches the Hanzo.
Yeah, that wasn't the prettiest bomb in the world either, but that's a nice pick onto Jaru, and the Dragon Strike's not going to be something they have to deal with. Nice hack onto Numlock as well. A hack onto Wrecking Ball is pretty much for them. The Dragon Strike now coming in after the res is going to help separate Atlanta Academy, and Sugar Free having himself a little bit of a rough game so far. Is Atlanta Academy able to flip it, but as they flip, just like last time around, they suffer a little bit of casualties this time around. Got to take the shot sometimes, Sharp. There you go. As Kodak gets taken down, Atlanta Academy now come back onto that EMP. Even though they're going to be down numbers, they're going to have to invest.
Holy cow, Sharp, man. He heard us praising KSP last round. He's like, you know what? I play Widowmaker too. You might have seen it. Saucy does have EMP, but without more members to capitalize off the back of it, there's not a lot that Atlanta Academy can do. That Pulse Bomb stick is going to be good, but immediately evened out by a res from Fire.
Atlanta Academy, this is something that we haven't seen from this team before. Unable to get any momentum. They're the ones in control 99% of the time. And my God, we've entered that 1%, and that's Team Envy taking down Atlanta Academy, but not for long. As Atlanta Academy somehow grit it out, they grind it out and take down Team Envy one by one. They should be able to flip this once more, but they don't ever feel like they're going to be able to hold on to it maybe for a little while longer as Team Envy makes some switches.
Atlanta Academy finally got rid of Fire's Mercy, and that was the first key to dismantling Team Envy's rock solid bunker composition. If you don't have that pocketing, you're not going to be getting as much damage from your DPS nor that super consistent healing. Atlanta Academy now, though, do have to continue to hold on to this point. They cannot lose a single fight. So Saucy and Sugar Free, they know that the fight's going to be at melee range. Swap onto May and Reaper.
Saucy finds another pick. Atlanta Academy trying to turn this around, and the ship seems to be righted, at least for the time at being. Happy with the self-destruct that caused a little bit of disruption to the back line. He doesn't find any picks, but Sharp is doing enough onto the McCree to cause a little bit of fear of Atlanta Academy. Hawk, though, is going to find himself a self-destruct kill onto Jaru. Sharp doesn't last any longer than that as well. As Hawk finds another kill. Hawk is who I determined was for me the MVP of the season on both regions, and he's showing why 3 kills he can hunt, he can destroy, he can heal, he can throw those bombs out and get value out of them as well.
It is not very often that you see the bomb go out, the May puts up the wall, and she dies to the bomb, of all things. Team Envy now, with their swaps onto these new heroes, have reset their ultimate economy. Sharp now is on the Reaper, better to duel out Atlanta Academy. The McCree was hitting his shots, he just doesn't have the same amount of self-sustain. But now, Team Envy have to weather this blizzard. They can't get all caught in it.
Atlanta Academy have come back from the brink, 99%. This is going to be the last fight between both of these two teams. And 3 picks now for Atlanta Academy. The coalescence not coming in time from Crimzo. Now he's the sole survivor, but for not much longer. And Atlanta Academy coming back. I was ready to write them off this round not too long ago, about 70 seconds ago. And Atlanta Academy proved me wrong, 100-99. The rest of the series I could see going exactly like that, back and forth. But Team Envy was able to do something that, in my opinion, no team has ever been able to do against Atlanta Academy. I saw Atlanta Academy shook a little bit. They're a little shook.
Yeah, to be fair, Atlanta Academy was running a very unorthodox composition, but it was their choice. It was like they entered that 200-meter dash and they decided to go without shoes. And finally, Team Envy had to put on those sneakers because Team Envy was not going to let them get away with it. They still do want to stick with Saucy on this Sombra, at least for some scouting purposes, and Team Envy is going to match them with Sharp on that same Mexican hacker, but Jaru will take to the air on this Pharah, one of his most productive heroes, and I'm personally very excited to see what happens. Pharah is, on paper, an excellent counter against Reaper, who generally has a hard time touching her in the air. You also, with this, have the opportunity for a res, a little mini ultimate in the mid-fight should Team Envy need it. But whoever sets up fort on the objective first, nobody saw that, will have the major advantage because Jaru wants to be defending as this Pharah, not attacking.
This Pharah was divine in Team Envy's final last week, and he hasn't been able to recreate it so far. He's been able to make some contact, but no picks now for Team Envy. He's going to be taken very low and then down, as Atlanta Academy will own this point at least for a little while longer.
Big error from Team Envy. Everybody leapt onto the point, but they were a millisecond too late. Atlanta Academy already capped it, so they were essentially just offering themselves up on the altar of free damage. Saucy now will have EMP in just a scant few seconds, and Team Envy are going to have to push into this, and not with any speed either, since Crimzo is on the Ana. No loot speed to be set.
Gator hack for the time being, unable to follow up with a kill. Sugar Free also very low. Coalescence is going to be used to keep everyone nice and healthy, and Atlanta Academy will continue their dominance here against Team Envy.
I'm wondering if at this point Team Envy should just already commit to switching. Numlock is very close to this supercharger, but with the way that Atlanta Academy is holding so close up on this choke, and with the way that they have historically played very aggressively, Team Envy are probably not going to get the setup that they're looking for. Before they even get to the point, they are likely to be EMP'd by Saucy, and once he gets it, that's blossom.
The EMP from Saucy hits 4. Sharp's going to have the EMP on the other side, and the second EMP, this is one of, I feel like, the few instances the second one is not going to find more value than the first one. Is Atlanta Academy already find the kill, but it's self-destruct from Happyful, and now the rocket barrage is going to go through, but no kills for Jaru. It's not divide, my friends, for Jaru. It's a little bit underwhelming so far for his Pharah and Team Envy's Atlanta Academy for one fight there.
They do have no damage, though. Both Saucy and Sugar Free are down. Saucy just now coming back to the fight, so Team Envy should push this advantage, try and set up shop on the objective. There's 10 seconds left.
Another coalescence now from a Kodak is pushing in some more damage. Sharp will fall, so the EMP is not going to be available when overtime comes through. But Team Envy buying him some time to come back with a couple more picks. Atlanta Academy, he's going to get rezzed as well, so the EMP is going to be available for Atlanta Academy. And they're going to go ahead and put the nano onto Jaru as well. Doesn't look like he's quite ready for it, but the damage is going to be enough. He gets hacked. He's going to plant his feet on the ground, but Atlanta Academy can't do anything about it, as they're going to have to go back and respond. And in the nick of time, Team Envy find themselves a successful attack on the objective.
Team Envy, whew, by the hairs of their chinny chin chin, managed to wrest control of this point, but it was a very, very close thing. Atlanta Academy, sure, they're not giving up, they don't have a ton of long distance damage. Sure, they don't have a ton of point presence since they're running squishier tanks, but they do have that herd mentality. They dive as one, and Team Envy just lost so much time trying to break out of their own choke, but they have a beautiful advantage now. Atlanta Academy has to compete on this point where they're going to be grouped up for Sharp's EMP into Barrage. That could be a free team fight win for Team Envy, who needs every fight they can take.
EMP in itself, self-destruct could work as well. The Death Blossom only finds Crimzo. EMP now coming in from Sazi, only finds one. And so Team Envy and Atlanta Academy actually find themselves on even footing right now, as Atlanta Academy are going to find a really good hack onto the Pharaoh, who's going to fall on the ground and fall victim to the Coalescence from the Kodak, which seems to always be up. The Mercy is going to be unable to Guardian Angel away. This is a flip for Atlanta Academy in the waiting, and they should be able to take Busan and move up 1-0 against Team Envy, but they're going to try to stall it out. Team Envy are still going to lose members of the team. Finding a pick onto Hawk means that things are going to potentially get interesting for Atlanta Academy. The Primal Rage, though, is going to cause a lot of disruption into the back line. He's going to have to get back to his team eventually as Crimzo falls. Sharp is now on the Duke Fist. He falls. Jari with the Rocket Barrage is going to get hacked in the middle of it, and he will fall as well. And Atlanta Academy find themselves in a very similar position that they were in 10 seconds ago. The brink of winning. Here we go. The point locks. Atlanta Academy win Busan. Team Envy will have to try again on Assault.
Team Envy had a game plan. It was just stymied left and right by Atlanta Academy. That last death knell push all came down to that Death Blossom from Atlanta's Reaper. We've seen how those flanks can pay off in our last series and how they can fail. Atlanta Academy this time around able to get the jump on Team Envy and completely destroying their backline before Envy really even knew what was going on. They had some great combos available, but because of the surprise change in tempo, they weren't able to react quickly enough.
I don't know if you noticed, but the N from Envy and the A from Atlanta make NA. I love it, especially since this is to figure out who is the best in North America, Team Envy or Atlanta Academy. Sharp had himself a little bit of a game on this Widowmaker, and Team Envy were on the brink of taking Atlanta Academy down on this first control round, like 99-17. But once Atlanta Academy were able to come back, they actually came back from a losing fight in the end game and were able to hold on to the point for the rest of it. Atlanta Academy never really let go. Then we go on to the next map. We go downtown. Jaru's on at the Pharaoh, which wreaked havoc in their final last week. But this time around, Atlanta Academy seemed to be ready for it.
Yeah, Team Envy very quiet with those DPS picks. Sharp didn't get an EMP until like the 7th fight in that round. And unfortunately, if you are playing Sombra, she does have a 60 clip magazine, but you are essentially just playing for that EMP. You're not going to be pumping out a ton of damage yourself. You're all about enabling the rest of your team. And the fact that Saucy could get that ultimate so quickly was what turned the tides for Atlanta Academy. If you can count on having one ultimate essentially every fight, then you know what strategy you need to employ to win.
Atlanta Academy utilizing a couple of heroes that we don't normally see. We didn't see at all in the last set, and that just goes to show how different a lot of these two teams play. And so Atlanta Academy have always been a little different than everyone else. Team Envy have been able to flex in the past, but the last game we saw a lot of snipers. We saw a lot of long distance damage, a lot of slow halt hook combos. This time around, it was all in your face almost the entire time. A lot of blinking. You're seeing Sugar Free on the Tracer, and he had a really clutch stick that forced a res out of Team Envy near the tail end of Sanctuary, and Gator going into their faces, a much different kind of tempo than we saw in the last game.
Exactly. Atlanta Academy love to fight. They're at their best when they're in their enemies' faces, and a big part of it is just the players that they have on the squad love to brawl it out, and they're extremely comfortable with each other. This squad has been together for the entire season, and that's not something that Team Envy can say. And while it's not a huge, major difference in terms of teamwork, the pedigree for Team Envy is bar none. These kinds of little tiny differences will make a difference when you're talking about competing at such a level.
Anubis will be our next map, and this is another opportunity to see characters like Junkrat and Genji, Tactical Area Denial. Am I correct?
Or if you're Facility, Reaper.
Oh, well, we're probably going to see Reaper anyway,
we're
because
probably going to see
Reaper was already good on Anubis, particularly on attack.
I just can't forget him going after
for
like
3.5 minutes and the Death Blossom and
so
dying.
bad.
We all know. We all saw it. Give him a break. His season's over.